The Maisa, how much should we be fasting Shovavim? From one side, the Arizal says that the tikkun for every oven is alidei kach v'kach taanis, which we'll have another shir on. How much taanis for every oven? On the other side, we see that the poskim bring the Indian of being poided the taanis, like we said, the Ramah Hilchos Shabbos, that brings the Indian of being poided. And we talked about the shir pidyon, the fee, the ben ishchai, which is a small seuda for each and every day, and that would be around in America around $2 or $3 for a day. So leinyanenu for peidal tanesim for pidyon hayisoid, it would come out 84 times 2 or 3 each, everyone according to his pocket. Now, what do we do if the person's a big oisher and he has a lot of money, and if he's going to give $3 for a day, it's not going to mean anything to him. So then our oisher should be giving a lot more money, befrat for avoinus, than he knows that he did. There's two dinim in the pidyon atanesim. One din is the gabe avoinus that a person didn't do. He's just choishish to another gilgul. That he could be poida even with a pruta for a day. So if there are 365 tanesim, so 365 prutas, l'mashal, 151 for kas, v'chulei. So then he would give 151 prutas. But if it's Aveda that he knew that he did with Nissen Peretz, the Makubal of Nissen Peretz is to say that he should give a bigger shir. So everyone the fee is Yechoilis. But not to give the money is mamish making a joke out of the whole thing. So Cheskel Bing said today by the shir that people that do a taanis one day and they're poided the taanesim with a small symbolic pidyon, they think that's enough. It's not right. It's better to do a tikkun, that means to do tshuva shleima without a taanis, and to give the money. So why should we be doing a taanis b'chalal if we're not doing the whole tikkun, which the Arizal originally said to fast kach v'kach palmim, and the last day you do the tikkun. The last day you make the yichudim and you say the tefillis, or just the viduim and the tefillis if you're not a mekobel and you have a mechilas avonos. Why are we doing a taanis one day? That's the seder that every Yeshivas Mekibolim does a taanis for one day. Everyone's mekabel taanis, and after that they give the pidyon and they do the tefillas. You're anyway not doing the whole consecutive row of taanesim that the Arizal is mechayev. So what do you have to be misaneh for? So Yaakov Hillel Shita says that a choite goes into the katnis, moichin the katnis, and that's where it's choite. So to go back to fast is to go back into a matzav of moichin the katnis, and there it's easier to be metakin. So for sure, it's kedai for everyone to do one taanis at least every Shovavim to be yoy to that Indian. But the real tikkun is al yidei the pidyon tzedakah. That's what we're doing. So you could basically do a pidyon tzedakah with tshuva shleima v'amitis without having to do taanisim. We have to be careful not to be a toivel v'shoyetz b'yadoi. If a person knows that he has things that bring him to avevis and he keeps them and he keeps the same matziv, that's not tshuva shleima. He has to make sure to get out of that matziv so that he could Be'ez Hashem siyata d'shmai, make more g'doyim v'siyagim. He shouldn't be nechshel. Everyone knows what g'doyim v'siyagim he needs. In fact, technology v'chulei. Hashem should help us. We should be able to do that in Hashem. Emes v'lei v'shalom.